about my person, I'm professor for fashion theory and aesthetics in Hamburg at Academy of Fashion and Design. And it's a faculty of design from Hochschule Fresenius. And now I want to present you a lecture about the role of fashion trends in circular economy. The introduction, yes, fashion is characterized by constant change. And is it possible to end this change because we are living in a era of overconsumption? What is happening to the fashion trends if we want to start a circular economy? And you all know that European Commission gave us a new orientation because they say all textile products in the EU market should be durable, repairable, reusable, made primarily from recyclable material, free from incompatible materials, produced in accordance with environmental and social standards. So fast fashion is out of fashion. This is one of the important sentences of the European Commission. And there is the vision in these sentences. It's nearly the same as I said. You all know this new strategy, I guess. And it's the question, what will happen with the fashion trends? Can we keep our notion of fashion, or do we have to change the whole idea of fashion? And the background for the new strategy of the European community is that the linear economic system, you know this, 26 billion pounds of textiles in waste every year. After the oil industry, the textile industry is the most environmentally damaging sector. And we can see overconsumption in Germany. In 1970, you had to spend a fifth of your income to be well dressed, and now it's only a tenth of your income. So it's fashion and clothing is getting so much cheap. So the effect is that we have a loss of appreciation of textile products, and the product lifetime is very short. And the next problem is the polarized consumption. And this overconsumption happens in the luxury sector as well as in the fast fashion sector. And on both sides, we have a lot of luxury entrepreneurs, very rich, and we have a lot of fast fashion producers, but the medium sizes business is destroyed. There is nothing left, and in the other parts of in the other segments, there is bought so much because on the one side it's very cheap, on the other hand it's a desire for high fashion and the social distinction, and on both sides Carl Tillison, he's a very famous trend researcher in Germany. He says on both sides people buy not what they need, they buy what they want. it's just an atmosphere, buy something, it's very nice to buy something, it's nothing that you need. And already Barber was writing this in his book, Consumed, from 2008. And yeah, do we have alternatives? The cradle-to-cradle specialist, Michael Braungart, you know him, I guess. He was the first one who was thinking about this principle, cradle to cradle. And he says it's not about consuming less, but we have to produce more intelligently. So he doesn't want to. This is his strategy to deal with overconsumption. And we have this other movement, minimalism. We had it at the last Global Fashion Conference in Germany. We had some people from the minimalism movement, and they are trying to limit consumption in general. So they have some strategies. They new wardrobes, only classic and fashion, and so on. So it's a very different strategy. So, but we have to deal with the question, what will happen with the fashion trends, because the trends are developing fashion. And so fashion always is a symbolic meaning. A German sociologist, Georg Zimmer, already at the beginning of the 20th century said fashion is the game of differences. So if you want to categorize something as fashion, it must make a difference. It must make a difference to the previous season, or it must satisfy the desire for social distinction. Though the difference is always the key factor in fashion. And as Junya Kawamura showed already in her book, Fashionology 2011, the old pieces lose their symbolic meaning as soon as they don't make a difference anymore. So if everybody is wearing the same clothing, we don't have fashion anymore. We always need this difference. And so fashion changes, yes, and it changes depending on trends. And now on the right side, you see a little picture. I have to change the photos. If we look at this, perhaps it's already famous, of course. Megatrends, the very big trends that influence every other trends, the social, cultural trends, consumer trends, technical trends, and so on. And fashion, for Matthias Hawks, who leads the Future Institute in Hamburg and Frankfurt now, fashions are here on, and the fashion trends are very short. They change all the time, as you see, and they can even make anti-fashion. They go back and come and go forward, and they are very, very fast. And the transformation of clothing into fashion, this very important transformation, is that the clothing gets this symbolic value through lifestyle, means of communication, dressing, and it creates cultural capital and real capital, of course. But this cultural capital is very important if you want to if you want to show, if you want to present yourself, if you want to present your identity. And postmodern subject is under pressure. It has this pressure to change all the time, and it is in a under constant visual control. So fashion is an important tool of self-staging. So we can say fashion is not something unimportant. It's really crucial. It's the postmodern subject needs fashion to constitute its identity. And so fashion today is more than to look nice, because in everyday life you need your style. You have to present yourself all the time. And fashion is a very important tool for this. And the contemporary identity requires this, and you have to show your good taste and so on. And self-fashioning is a part of this postmodern behavior. So I want to make fast. What happens if we look now to the second-hand market? The second-hand market doesn't follow to trends. Resale products have already been owned by individuals and they return to market. And now what you also said in just before, the second-hand market is very successful. How is this possible? If we say this postmodern subject needs to change all the time, and we have all these studies from ThreadUp and other firms who say 10% of the global apparel market will be second-hand fashion in 2024. This is really very much. And so we can say it's really successful. And the motives of buyers are economy, of course, personality, special individuality, experience of the product is unique, contact, sustainability, and this all is scientifically proved already. No, and so this is from Vestiaire Collective, who want to show that the successful brands are also winning on the second-hand market. This is interesting because luxury is functioning on first and on second-hand market. This because the luxury market is the luxury products are durable, high quality, individual, sought after. They are very successful on this second-hand market. And so perhaps we can see there's a new classic because value might be beyond trends if we accept this second-hand market. And I come to an end to the minutes. The trend pinning second-hand corresponds to various mega trends. That's we can see individualization or new ecology. So we can say second-hand is a trend by itself. Perhaps this is the reason for the success. And anthropologists say the second-hand product or object has a biography. It has agency by itself. So it is it's nearly like a gift. It's as another category of products. And resale, of course, extends the useful life of products. And now we can see that perhaps the new trends, critical fashion, authenticity, and the diversity of trends, we can wear a short skirt, long skirt. Women don't want to get said what they should wear. So postmodern identity and secondhand fashion could perhaps go together, as I wanted to show you. And the circular economy perhaps creates her own trends or its own trends, and can be mapped in special forms of fashion. So that's our hope. And what you here see, why do we look at Blade Runner Final Cut? Because it's very interesting that in this movie, in the end time atmosphere, you see a lot of different styles at the same time. This is end time atmosphere. You see the hairdress of the 50s, you see punk, you can see straight fashion, everything in the same moment, everything at the same time. And perhaps this is our reality now or very soon. So thank you very much.